Hi everybody out there, Kane's Dark Side here. Another video for Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Okay, so today's video is going to be, there's a Thanksgiving TLSQ. I'm in Canada, so we had our Thanksgiving last month, but Thanksgiving's right around now, and everywhere else. So I'm going to be doing this TLSQ. It popped up. There is 4 parts to it, so I'll be putting them out in 4 parts, as I always do. So let's get started with this. When a spell of miserable weather casts a pall, I don't know what a pall is, but over your friends at Hogwarts, you and Hagrid set out to lift their spirits with a potluck. Complete this adventure to bring joy back to Hogwarts and earn an enchanting teapot from a special surprise guest. A teapot, yes, that can sit on a shelf. Okay, I'm not going to do this. I've been all through the forums and everything, and everybody says the same thing as I do. We want tappies, like the tree by the greenhouse, or the one, ones we can just walk up and tap on it. That's something we got to put on a shelf. That's a story for another day. Okay, let's go to the Great Hall and see what whoever's got to say. Well, all the Halloween decorations have been taken down. Hagrid. He's probably one of the roughest, hardest voices to do when I do my videos is Hagrid. I've never really, I love, he's one of my favorite characters, but wow. Here we go. Good morning, Penny. How's breakfast today? Morning, Grogu. Breakfast is all right, I suppose. Is something wrong? It's this miserable weather, and it's not important. I just want to be left alone for a while. Good morning, Hagrid. Morning, Grogu. You're the first cheery face I've seen all day. There seems to be a somber mood in the Great Hall today. Even Penny seems a little down. It's this foul weather that's the problem. The sun hasn't shown itself in weeks. Could it be some sort of spell? Is a dark witch or wizard jinxing the weather around Hogwarts? I don't think so, Grogu. Lousy weather isn't uncommon in this part of the world, but even the best start feeling down when they can't get outside and enjoy a bit of sunshine. Perhaps there's something we can do to cheer everyone up. I'd like that. I've got a few ideas that might help. Let's talk it over. I have a butterbeer or two. Yep. I was going to do another chapter, but the TLSQ popped up. I didn't even know it was coming. It's actually what I had set out to do. Originally was do a chapter. And all of a sudden it's like, oh look, it's a TLSQ. Perhaps a potluck would cheer up our friends who are feeling down because of the weather. That's a great idea, Grogu. Nothing lifts me mood like good friends and good family. If neither is available, I go for a nice walk in the woods. What about you? What lifts your mood when you're not feeling best? When I'm feeling down, I like to have fun with my friends. I couldn't agree more, Grogu. The right people can make you feel right as rain, even in the rain. A potluck might be just what we need to lift our friends' spirits, but there's lots to do. We gotta plan out what we'll offer and invite guests who think we need some cheering up. Oh, you might want to start with those two, Grogu. Penny and Barnaby are usually as cheerful as they come. Things must be bad for them to act that way. I'll talk to them and invite them to our potluck. Hopefully a nice meal with friends will remind them that no matter what else is going on, they're not alone. Well said, Grogu. While you're doing that, I'll start preparing for our potluck. I've got a special guest of mine who might be able to help us guarantee a warm and inviting atmosphere. We'd best hurry. If we don't act quickly, the mood at Hogwarts will only get worse and worse. There goes Barnaby. I should catch up with him so I can invite him to the potluck. There we go. And there. I had lots of notifications for a lot of games, so once in a while you might get a beep or a bump or whatever you call it. Pay no attention. I'm actually going to start doing these on PC soon. So I'll be using microphones. I'm using my phone right now. It's what I've been doing for the last almost 2 years. But I'm looking at getting I've got a computer. I just have to make sure it's up to snuff to do these videos. Don't be that way, Nerl. You're not the only one feeling down lately. Screw it. Hi, Barnaby. Is everything all right? Oh, hi, Grogu. It's Nerl, my pet Nerl. He's in a terrible mood on account of the weather. Oh. Nerl does seem to get like that sometimes. He's a fussy little guy, but I love him. Nerl tends to rebel and wander off whenever I can't take him out to scrounge for food scraps. Perhaps I can help. Hagrid and I are putting together a potluck to lift everyone's spirits. You and Nerl should come. We'll have plenty for everyone. That's a grand idea, Grogu. I saw you and Penny talking earlier. Looked like the two of you could use some cheering up. That's why I wanted to invite you and her to the potluck before anyone else. If Penny's going, I don't think I should be there. Why do you say that? I'm not sure. I think I said the wrong thing and made her mad, but I'm not sure what it was. Tell me more. Together we can figure out what went wrong. Oh. Maybe it is a spell or something. And there. Another 5 stars. Penny got upset when you asked her for advice on how to cheer up Nerl. She said she was feeling down due to the weather and needed space, but I asked for her help anyway. Penny usually so happy and cheerful, I thought she'd jump at the chance to lift Nerl's spirits. I feel like I messed up. Did I mess up, Grogu? It's not your fault, Barnaby. It wasn't fair of Penny to take out her frustrations about the weather on you. I know, but I still feel bad about it. I'm going to make things right somehow. Then come to Hagrid's potluck. If everything goes as planned, it will lift everyone's spirits. It's a perfect opportunity to talk to Penny and smooth things over. You're right. That's it, then. Nerl and I will be there. I'm not much of a cook, though. I don't know what to bring. Any dish will do, as long as there's enough to share with everyone. I don't even know any recipes. I might have to look something up. I also need to think of a dish to bring to the potluck. Let's meet in the library later. We'll research recipes and get ourselves sorted. Thanks, Grogu. You're the best. You won't be able to smooth things over to Penny at the potluck unless we know what she's going to. I'll find Penny and invite her to the potluck before we meet to discuss recipes. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let's go over and talk with Penny. So much pop-ups. Wrong. So where is Penny? Oh, okay. Corridor. Kind of an odd place for her. Now she's crying. Penny? Hi, Grogu. Sorry you had to see me like this. I didn't mean to intrude. I can leave if you need time to yourself. Don't go. I'm just feeling, I don't know. I haven't been myself lately. The weather has put me in a sour mood, and I'm taking out on everyone I care about. Barnaby asked me for help. I snapped at him. I was so rude. Barnaby feels bad about it, too. He shouldn't. It was all my fault. I can't believe a little cloudy weather has affected me like this. There's more, too, but it's hard to talk about. when I do talk about it, I start blowing up at people. Feelings can be like that, especially when we keep them bottled up. If you want to talk, I'm here to listen. With me, you don't need to hold back. Thanks, Grogu. I suppose I do have a lot on my mind. Hmm. Well, she is my girlfriend in the game, so you know. I think she needs a hug and a butterbeer. Uh, there we go. Since this lousy weather moved in, people have been coming to you for advice on how to feel better. Exactly. I like helping people, but it's a lot of pressure. I've been feeling down lately, too. You told Barnaby you wanted to be left alone, but he kept asking for advice. I snapped at him and stormed off. I feel silly upset by something like this. I'm complaining that my friends rely on me to feel happy. Am I being unreasonable, Grogu? No, I get it. You're not being unreasonable. You have the right to feel down sometimes. You can't be all things to all people. You need to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you won't be able to help others. Thanks for understanding, Grogu. That said, I still want to do what I can to help my friends. I appreciate you hearing me out. I feel a bit better after talking things over. Of course. What are friends for? That's the spirit. I feel ready to get back to cheering up my friends now. If only this weather weren't so lousy, I don't know what to do about it. I may have an idea. Hagrid and I are putting together a potluck to lift everyone's spirits. That's a splendid idea. I want to know all the details. Details? I should discuss those with Hagrid. We haven't exactly worked those out yet. That's all right. I'm sure it will work out. In the meantime, I'll think of something nice to bring. I'd better head down to Hagrid's hut so we can work out the details for a potluck. Whew, these are long TLS queues, though, and you gotta, it takes a lot of energy. See, before I started doing these videos, I used to just go through them fast, just whiz right through them. So I don't even remember half of the TLS queues I used to do. This kind of forces me to actually pay attention to them. And I love narrating. Hello, Grogu. Hello, Hagrid. I was able to speak with Barnaby and Penny. Both are eager to come to our potluck. Brilliant. That's the two guests down, but there's still more people to invite. We ought to do a bit more planning for our potluck, too. I was thinking the same thing. When Penny asked for details, I realized we hadn't decided on them yet. I've got some tea ready. Let's have a cup and figure out what we're going to do. One thing, if I could change anything about all this, they need to shorten the TLS queues. Even if they just did like 3 parts to them. Because I think it takes about 1,500 energy to do most of these. If you're not a wizard like me, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And there. What do I got here? We decided on the most important details. Let's go through it one more time. We'll hold the potluck in the Great Hall. It's large enough to accommodate all our guests. I'd like to have a potluck like this outside, but the weather just don't agree with that. We'll want some butterbeer. I'll pay a visit to Master Rosemount and ask for some. I'm sure she'll be happy to help you, as long as she's not too busy. In this weather, she's probably overwhelmed with customers needing a place to stay dry. Everyone's bringing a dish at the potluck, and that includes me. I'll have to think about what I'll make. I'm sure you'll choose something tasty, Grogu. As for me, I'll make me famous rock cakes. Barnaby asked for help choosing a recipe for what he'll bring. I'll meet him in the library later. He said he'll bring Nerl to the potluck, then all our guests will be witches and wizards. I'll be bringing Fang, of course. I'll also have another special guest in mind, a magical creature from the Magical Creature Reserve. That definitely would keep things interesting. What sort of magical creature would you bring? I'm not sure yet. I was hoping you'd help me decide. What magical creature should I bring to the potluck, Grogu? I don't know. Niffler, no. Bowtruckle. I think Bowtruckles are kind of either Bowtruckle or fairy. I'd probably say fairies. Perhaps you could bring a fairy or two. Great idea, Grogu. Some fairies will delight our guests. They don't mind being part of the decor, so long as you have a chance to groom themselves first. I was going to suggest a chimera, but your idea sounds more suitable. A chimera in the Great Hall might cause some problems, Hagrid. I suppose you're right. We figured out our plans. Now we need to finish inviting our guests. I'd send owls, but I don't want to subject them to this nasty weather. Inviting our guests in person has worked well. So far, gives us a chance to visit and catch up. Just let's keep doing it in person. I got a list of guests ready for you. I'll start visiting the rest of the guests and inviting them to the potluck right away. You might want to start at Zonko's. Tonks and Tulip told me they were heading there earlier. I better hurry to catch up with them. That's the end of part 1. Okay, so we're trying to invite all these guests, get this potluck together. And then we get a good old pot or teapot tappy for our troubles. Okay, well, that's the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of Hagrid's Enchanted Potluck. Grab yourself a butterbeer and get yourself situated because part 2 is coming up soon. Thanks so much for watching all these videos. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel for lots more Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery. Till next time, happy tapping because this is the way.